It's a great honor and pleasure to be here, so I want to express my deep gratitude to IPLA Thesis Language Arts Collective. Good luck, guys, with all of you are doing and about to do. And also thanks to Czech Center for bringing me here. So what I'm about to do is to read some translations of this book, which were done by amazing American poet Stephen Delvos. The name of the book is The Butterfly Pavilion. So the first poem I'm about to read is titled A Hotel, and it's somehow symbolic to me because I wrote it in 2020, and it's a funny thing to say, it somehow came to me in a dream. So I woke up and written it down, and 2 years later I started working at an actual hotel. But the funny thing about the hotel was that it wasn't really meant for tourists, but for war refugees, for my compatriots from Ukraine. So yeah, that's what happened. Hotel. By night, I dreamed I was a hotel. My last customers were tired people. I was the last place on the planet where astronauts slept. My last customers were the planet's last people. By now, their grandchildren are deep in the starry night. Then, Cenozoic ferns exfoliated my ceilings and floors. Bunches of wild tea sprouted from my windows and doors. Moss sucked my electric circuits, and the plastic of my appliances white as a water lily blossom. In my heart, a hotelier once toiled. She kept signing in all these families with children, men and women from all over the world. Every night, my reception shined. Even days after the last ship left along with the hotelier. And in one of my bathtubs, a traveler drowned, her whole body tattooed. In room 216, a student dreamed of butterflies. Now they are there. One floor down, carnivorous felines fear the moss. What's inside it? On my roof, a large swamp and a great joy preside. Massive primates trample over waterlogged beams, and my walls glitter and shake. Sometimes the moss sparkles and a golden charge runs through. Then the kettle shudders, dancing to pieces. The lowest bushy tufts wilt in steam. A hotel whose doors are always open. By night, I dreamed of a planet with a fresh pot of tea. About tea. Before we set out, let's promise each other, when we get home, we will have a black tea. Of course, it could happen that we won't come home at all. The ocean will flush us away, a typhoon will take us, the Coast Guard will capture us in the territorial waters of the Ivory Coast. Let's bind ourselves with guarantees, like a reef of dandelions, like a Shahid's belt. Let's promise each other, when we get home, we will have a black tea. Genghis Khan escaped his captors with a pillory. A hunter freed him in a steppe. After a couple days, Genghis Khan's pursuers wondered why the hunter's new table had 3 openings. He said he dropped scraps through to the docks. When I free someone myself, I won't know how to explain 1,000 brand new designer shoes in the front hall. I'll tell the pursuers my wife is the Indian goddess Parvati, and like every modern goddess, she enjoys being highly productive. 28,000. My friend's grandpa died at 80. They say he pulled out 2 packs a day. A card player he once saw an ace of spades in his hand transform into a butterfly and fly through the window fan into the night. Sometimes my friend's grandpa lit up like a cherry bursting. He blew smoke, and just then a butterfly landed on his shoulder, black and cumbersome as a Boeing at night. I mention this because last year in the botanical garden, on a gigantic euphorbia flower, I saw a butterfly with long black wings like ski jumps at night. It flew off and nestled against the greenhouse wall and avidly watched in the sullen unease a guy at cash register outside, rolling a rocky strike from one corner of his mouth to the other. The man lit up, and black wings trembled like 28,000 nights. And as I was talking about the hotel, I've actually had some translation which I've done myself of my poems, which is a terrible thing to do. But here it is. Valia remembers parrots. The first Wednesday in June, during the test of sirens, Valentina in the foyer presses her hands to her ears like seashells. What kind of sea does she hear? When the sirens test people, it's always a black sea. There, 50 parrots from the rescue station have known to learn the melody broken by concrete, hidden under the house. And what was the use of that? It took the roof. After 100 days, they were singing into the night forest somewhere far away, and the forest wondered what songs they were singing, as if sung by men. Valia passed the test. For the sample exam task in Czech for foreigners for A2 level, candidates are asked, "Where does your family live?" Valia answers, "My family lives in a town by the sea." She corrects herself, "My family lived in a town by the sea." Where did Valentina make a mistake in the first sentence? And the last one is about this married couple named Marika and Andriy. Andriy is a war veteran, and Marika was a receptionist of our hotel. Marika and Andriy dancing polka. Andriy speaks quietly, he walks with an accent, an import sing of a kind, through the first room of words. In sentences and houses, self-made, foreign porcelain dwells. And what about Marika? She put a willow in the vase at the reception. Within a year, some have outlived their lives, others have returned. On the eve of the journey, Marika her dress has been pulled up, and in the folds, Andriy counting the years to make them as many as possible. Marika goes home, she will return. Andriy has already returned once. He walks with silence to the reception. Thank you very much.